So guys, we
Oh, it's
are
dropped.
in. Oh, I've been. Yeah, you've dropped straight away. So I guess I'm going to be casting this one on my own pretty much, which is a shame. But we do have TypeReaL, who is the orange Protoss in the lower right position, who's playing against TSLHyuN in the top left, who's the red Zerg. And the map, of course, is Crevasse. So it's a map which isn't on the ladder or anything. Key features of it really is, well, your natural base is actually a mile away from you. You've got the hidden base up kind of to the left, which has only got the one gas and fewer mineral patches. And really, you've got to debate whether it's easier to take that, or if you do want to actually take the risk and go down and really try and take the base more forward, which can be a third. And it looks like Real he's going to be going walling off at the main really, so he'll take the back base first. But Hyan, on the other hand, I'll be interested to see what he does. I mean, from your perspective as a Protoss, Pughy, what do you reckon you would go for? Would you go for the back hidden base, or would you try and take the front forward base?
You're gonna take the back base, just because to take the forward base, obviously you have to build a lot of stuff to defend it, and things like there's that. Then you have to change your tech, because if you build out the front, you're gonna have to go for a forge to get that base fast. Whereas if you go for the in-base one, you can actually go for a gateway first and wall off. So it's a smaller one to go for because it doesn't delay your tech, and you can get it up faster and safer.
Well, what I'm really interested to see is that Hyan's actually gone for a hatch first, which is perfectly fine because you can't get cannoned really very easily. It's also really easy to defend, and I mean, this is probably the only map you can go for a hatch first against Protoss, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Having said that, though, Real he could put on some pressure quite easily. But it's a big, big map. He hasn't gone for a forge expand or anything like that, so cannons aren't an issue. And essentially, what Hyan's done is he's run around with this drone just to check to see if there is any pylon down or anything. So he's safe now. Everything's pretty happy. Just having a quick look at Real's base, he's got that gateway up, he's about to take this back base as well, so both players are going to be in a pretty even position, to be honest.
Yep.
Which is a bit of a shame. We actually got a really super fast third base out of Hyan here, so
Yeah,
this
that's what I expect, actually. That's what I would do if I was to Zerg on that map in a PvC. Just because it's so easy to take your well, you can win hatch first, so and it's easy to defend, and then obviously you can just get your third hatch even
I mean, he
faster.
took that super early though. He took that at about 3 minutes
Oh,
35,
nice.
which is just sickly early. That's insane. If Hyan holds off any early aggression, he's going to be in such an amazing spot. He's going to be up to like 74 drones by about the 7-minute mark, which is pretty sick. Or maybe slightly later than that, depending if he has to build Zerglings or not. But I mean, considering a normal third base timing against Protoss is 4 minutes 20, getting it that early is really sick. It's like nearly a whole minute earlier than normal. So pretty crazy. Meanwhile, Warp Gate teching chrono boosted out. We've got a second gateway being added on here by TypeReaL. TSLHyuN, he's happily getting up a gas, which is all very, very normal timings for that gas. He's got his second queen about to pop, I believe. No, he has got his second queen out. He's just not built a third queen yet, so hopefully we'll see that in a minute. Meanwhile, one probe for Real running forward, and he's going all pretty damn crazy. This is not actually going to have much happening this game, which is a shame because obviously early aggression means we don't have time to fill, doesn't it, Pughy?
Yep.
But
I know this game is gonna be like 3 hours long now, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we do have an awful lot of Zerglings out.
Oh shit.
For Hyan, we have 24 Zerglings straight away. So there's not really much that's going to be able to happen. There is one Stalk and one Zealot coming across the map for TypeReaL, but that's not going to be able to do anything because there's just so many Zerglings. And there's nothing really to follow this up with except for, of course, the additional 4 gateways. So this is going to be a 6 gate out of TypeReaL. That is definitely going to be big.
6 gateways?
6 gateways at 6 minutes 45. He's about to be up to 6
Hmm.
gates. He's got warp gate tech done, and there's no speed's only just really been started 30 seconds ago by HyuN. So
That
when
could
it
be
hits,
pretty potent.
it could be very, very potent. And what's more, is all these Zerglings are just going straight for Real's base. He's going to trap a couple of Stalkers out and a Zealot. But to be honest, HyuN's losing a lot of Zerglings in order to try and make this push. And also the number of units is quite telling to HyuN about what he's got to cope with. So it will be interesting to see how this all goes down. All of these warp gates are now done. There is no forward pylon yet though, which is very, very big. Spine's coming down here for HyuN, and essentially all of these warp-ins being in Real's main base means that his resupply time is huge. Just floods and floods of Zerglings coming out here for HyuN now, and to be honest, HyuN is in a great spot. He's got 2 spines about to finish, and if he can get them to finish up, he'll be fine. The reinforcements are coming over so slowly as well, but the Zerglings do come around. They're getting a great supply, but Real has got an amazing position behind the minerals of the 4th base. And to be honest, the Zealots are getting surrounded, but the Stalkers are in the best possible position. Speed is finished for HyuN now, and HyuN is cleaning this up very, very nicely. Trying to guess around on these 3 Zealots and 2 Stalkers, and he's just got so many Zerglings here. If he can take all of this out, he's going to be in a great spot, especially if the pylon doesn't go down. And to be honest, HyuN has pretty much won this game now. They're saying a lot in Korean, which unfortunately I don't understand, but this was pretty much a 2-base all-in here by TypeReaL. HyuN's got its 3rd base up. If we look at the worker count, it's 28 to just under 50. And the pylon has gone down now. Only Zealots coming in here, and we will see HyuN actually putting back to the spines to deal with this many Zealots, which is his only real option. And just 20 more Zerglings coming out, a macro hatch being built as well. The Zealots very, very wisely just taking a complete detour, avoiding the spines as best they can. The Queen's coming down to this action as well, getting a couple of free shots out. One of the spine crawlers uprooting to move. 3 Queens are now in on this action as well. And essentially, Real is doing a great job of step microing these Zealots back, but he's not going to have the best time in the world.
Seems crazy.
It is. This is pretty sick. There's another Stalker joining in now, but with so many Queens, to be honest, this is getting cleaned up very, very nicely. And there's still no 3rd base out of Real. It's now 48 to 32 Harvesters in favour of HyuN. All the Zealots have now been cleaned up. The 1 Stalker trying to run away is also getting cleaned up. Tech-wise, for Real, he's still just got those 6 gates. He's only now just getting his 3rd gas. And there's the GG from TypeReaL. So HyuN will advance.
Nice.